What happens when a kid who couldn't reach the pedals becomes the man rewriting the record books? This is the story of Max Verstappen, the prodigy who turned raw talent into dominance, the champion now facing his greatest challenge yet. From roaring victories to shocking setbacks, from private jets to million-dollar machines, this isn't just about racing, it's about the making of a modern legend. So what's his secret? A discipline that doesn't answer to clocks, and a contract at Red Bull that redefined what real power looks like in Formula One. This is more than racing. This is entry into the ultra-elite, where the world's fastest man lives like a modern-day king of motorsport. But today, we're not just talking numbers. We're pulling back the curtain on the sacrifices, the rivalries, and the razor-sharp decisions that transform Max into a global icon. From private jets and luxury estates to boardroom-style contract clauses fit for Fortune 500 CEOs, Max doesn't just win races, he owns his destiny. The story begins on September 30th, 1997, in Hasselt, Belgium. His passport might say Belgium, but his heart? It's always beat orange for the Netherlands. Racing was in his DNA. His father, Jos Verstappen, once battled in Formula One. His mother, Sophie Kumpen, was a karting prodigy in her own right. For Max, the track wasn't a playground, it was a birthright. At just 4 years old, his dad customized a go-kart so tiny, Max could barely reach the pedals. By 7, he was competing for real. By 12, he wasn't just racing, he was conquering. European karting circuits were his empire, and older, more seasoned drivers were his subjects. Then came the meteoric rise. At only 17, Max became the youngest driver to debut in Formula One with Toro Rosso in 2015, a record that still stands. And just a year later, at 18 years old, he stunned the world by winning the Spanish Grand Prix with Red Bull Racing. That victory carved his name into history, and the records haven't been touched since. But his true legend was forged in 2021, the season that ended with one of the most controversial, adrenaline-fueled finales in F1 history. Abu Dhabi, a last-lap showdown against Lewis Hamilton, a decision that split the sport in two. And in that heart-stopping moment, Max Verstappen seized his first world championship. The boy who couldn't reach the pedals had become the emperor of speed. What came next wasn't just winning, it was domination on a scale Formula One had never seen. In 2022, Verstappen stormed to his second world championship with 15 victories in a single season, smashing records and rewriting history books. But that was just the warm-up. By 2023, Max had leveled up again, 19 wins in 22 races, an unheard-of win percentage that even the greats like Schumacher and Senna never touched. He wasn't just competing anymore. He was operating in a league of his own. Then came 2024. His grip on Formula One turned absolute. Verstappen locked in his fourth straight world championship, clinching it with races still left on the calendar. While others chased podiums, Max was building an untouchable dynasty. But here's the twist. Verstappen doesn't race for money, yet money can't stop chasing him. By 2025, his net worth soared past $250 million. Red Bull alone pays him a staggering $55 million per year, the highest salary in F1 history. And that's less than 1/5 of his total earnings, because off the track, Max has become a marketing juggernaut. Take Tag Heuer. The Swiss watchmaker drops over $8 million annually just for Max to wear their timepieces in public. Jumbo, the Dutch supermarket giant that's been with him since his early karting days, continues its loyalty with a $5 million a year sponsorship. Then came the digital empire. EA Sports crowned him the face of F1 2025, putting him front and center in their global campaign. His likeness now races across millions of screens from Tokyo to Dubai, solidifying him not just as a champion, but as the icon of a generation. And he's not stopping there. High-profile campaigns with Heineken, one of F1's most visible partners, cement his mainstream appeal far beyond racing. Plus, in 2023, Max bought a 20% stake in Verstappen.com Racing, his esports team that's already pulling in over $12 million a year. Max Verstappen isn't just breaking records. He's building an empire, on track, online, and in the boardroom. And then there are the deals you don't always see. Away from the roar of engines, Verstappen is quietly turning Instagram into a goldmine. A single post, partnered with a luxury brand or a powerhouse automaker, can reportedly net him up to $2 million. Each one reaches more than 12 million fans. Not just followers, but a hyper-loyal community that trusts whatever Max endorses. Now let's pause for a second. Imagine yourself at 27 years old with $250 million in the bank. Do you retire, buy an island, live the dream, and walk away? Or do you keep strapping into the cockpit, chasing glory at 220 miles per hour? Max doesn't just answer that question, he redefines it. Because while he owns the racetrack, he also rules the streets of Monaco with one of the most jaw-dropping car collections in Formula One. His journey with cars started humbly with a Renault Clio RS worth about $30,000. Nothing flashy, but meaningful. It was the very first car he bought after getting his driver's license. But as Max's career exploded, so did his garage. After his first Formula One victory in 2016, he rewarded himself with a Porsche 911 GT3 RS, an $18,800 masterpiece built for speed. It was the perfect reflection of his own DNA, light, fierce, and made for the track. From there, things got outrageous. Enter the Aston Martin Valkyrie. Designed alongside Adrian Newey, it's not just a car, it's a spaceship on wheels. A road-legal hypercar worth over $3.5 million and one of the rarest machines on Earth. But Max's heart also beats for Ferrari. His collection boasts the Monza SP2, an open-air, windshield-free marvel priced at $1.8 million. Add to that a Ferrari 488 Pista at $331,000 in the SF90 Stradale, a $500,000 hybrid monster with nearly 1,000 horsepower. And let's not forget the British craftsmanship in his lineup. He's got the muscular Aston Martin DBS Superleggera at $334,000, the refined DB11 worth $205,000, and a Sharp Vantage priced around $150,000. A nod to his partnership with Aston Martin in Formula One's past. From humble beginnings with a Clio to a garage filled with multi-million-dollar exotics, Max Verstappen doesn't just collect cars. He curates an empire on wheels, each one a symbol of victory, speed, and ambition. German muscle roars in his collection with the Mercedes-Benz C63S AMG, a $75,000 beast of raw performance. But his garage isn't limited to Europe. From Japan comes a rare jewel, the Honda NSX Type S, valued at $170,000. This wasn't a purchase. It was a gift from Honda, a tribute to Max's pivotal role in powering Red Bull to dominance. And just when you think you've seen it all, there's the crown jewel for private thrills, the Renault RS01, a $400,000 track-only machine. Street legal? Not a chance. This monster is reserved for Max's private circuit sessions, where the only rules are the ones he makes. All told, Verstappen's garage tops $8 million, a shrine to speed, precision engineering, and design brilliance. From his humble Renault Clio to otherworldly creations like the Aston Martin Valkyrie, every car tells a chapter of his story, but cars are just the beginning. Home for Max is a $17.4 million penthouse in Monaco, perched in the prestigious Fontvieille district, with sweeping views of the Mediterranean, a private gym, and a balcony big enough to feel like a racetrack in the sky. It's a palace of glass and steel. But here's the twist. Max doesn't own it. He rents. Maybe it's a move for flexibility. Maybe it's a sign that even the king of speed likes to keep his options open. And when it comes to flying, Max doesn't board planes, he owns them. In 2020, he picked up a Dassault Falcon 900EX, dressed in matte black and orange with his personal logo stamped on the fuselage. But by 2025, he had already leveled up. His new ride, the Dassault Falcon 8X, a private jet capable of flying nearly 12,000 kilometers non-stop, blending long-haul efficiency with pure luxury, perfect for a man whose schedule has no breaks. Off the track, Max lives the way he races, fast, calculated, and in control. His escapes take him to the world's most exclusive destinations, where business and leisure merge seamlessly. Every day is built around performance, Every move is engineered for precision. Because for Max Verstappen, life isn't just about winning races. It's about living every moment at full throttle. Every champion has a secret weapon. For Max Verstappen, it's his routine, a relentless pursuit of peak performance that never takes a day off. 5 hours in the Red Bull simulator, sharpening reflexes to split-second perfection. MMA training to build resilience and agility. And when he wants to push his limits, he climbs to the thin air of the Swiss Alps, cycling at high altitude where every breath feels like a test. His training is lean and efficient, bodyweight exercises, intense cardio, keeping him powerful without ever bulking up. Fueling all of this? A 5,000-calorie diet made of slow-burning carbs, lean proteins, and even spirulina-packed smoothies. No coffee, no shortcuts. Just water and electrolytes to keep the system clean. But Max knows greatness isn't just physical, it's mental. He leans on mindfulness practices, carefully avoids late-night distractions, and protects his sleep like it's part of the job. His entire routine is measured, tracked, and consistent because domination doesn't happen by chance. It's engineered. Yet away from the spotlight, Max reveals another side. He doesn't brag about giving back, but his actions speak louder than words. He's funded karting programs for underprivileged kids in the Netherlands. He supports Wings for Life, a foundation dedicated to spinal cord injury research. And during the pandemic, he quietly made donations to local hospitals. For Max, philanthropy isn't a headline, it's a responsibility. And then there's the personal life, the part of Max few fans ever see. Since 2020, he's been with Kelly Piquet, daughter of three-time F1 world champion Nelson Piquet. Their relationship goes deeper than glamour and cameras. Max has embraced a role as a father figure to Kelly's daughter, Penelope. And now they're expecting their first child together. A new chapter for the Emperor of Speed. Surprisingly, Max isn't drawn to the party lifestyle so many athletes embrace. Instead, he finds joy in simplicity, competing in sim racing tournaments, cheering for PSV Eindhoven, or spending quiet evenings with a tight circle of friends in Monaco. Despite his fame, fortune, and unmatched success, Max Verstappen values peace, precision, and the kind of grounded life that keeps him sharp for the moments that matter most. His story isn't just about victories. It's about discipline, excellence, and a life designed for speed and for balance. From karting prodigy to Formula One world champion to savvy entrepreneur, Max Verstappen embodies what it means to chase greatness and catch it. His journey is proof that relentless drive can turn impossible odds into destiny. And yet, even with all he's achieved, his impact on Formula One and the business world is only beginning to unfold. His legacy isn't just about speed, it's about the relentless pursuit of excellence, on and off the track. But 2025 has brought a new test. The season has been nothing short of a roller coaster. Verstappen opened strong, with multiple podium finishes and big wins in Japan and Italy. Still, inconsistency has crept in. A costly DNF in Austria and a string of mixed results have left him chasing the title instead of leading it. Now the championship picture looks different. McLaren has risen from challenger to powerhouse, with Oscar Piastri leading the charge and Lando Norris not far behind. Verstappen sits third in the standings, close but no longer untouchable. For years, Red Bull has been the dominant force in Formula One. In 2025, that supremacy is under fire. And the question is clear: can Max adapt, fight back, and reclaim control in the final stretch of the season? Off the track, his life remains as high performance as his racing. Surrounded by luxury cars, flying private jets, and fronting global brands, Verstappen is one of the sport's most bankable names. But beyond the glitz lies a man obsessed with precision, channeling the same intensity that wins races into building an empire. The story of Max Verstappen isn't finished. If anything, it's entering its most dramatic chapter yet.